Welcome back, pre-calculus. Let's do 4 and 5. All right, we've got x squared. So which way are we opening up? Up, down, left, right? What's x squared? So I know it's going to be vertical. Now my p-value, 4p value, is negative. So this guy's going to open down. Now be careful. Remember, the 4p part needs to be attached to the one that's not squared. So I'm going to change that up and multiply it by -4 on both sides. These guys will cancel out, and I've got my x minus 2 squared. -4 times this guy would move it over here. And so now it makes finding 4p a little easier. So you always want your 4p part to be with the one that's not squared, and then it makes finding p less messy fraction-wise. All right, where is our vertex for this one? It's at +2, +4. So +2, 1, 2, 3, 4, we're up here. From there, our p-value is 1, and we're opening down. So my focus is going to be 1 point down, so that would be 2, 3, which means my directrix is 1 in the other direction, which is up here at y equals 5. All right, what is your lattice rectum length? It's easier if you look at this one. What is our lattice rectum length? 4, which means I'm going to go 2 on one side of the focus and 2 on the other side. Since we're opening down, we're going to go 2 to the left and then 2 to the right. So that's going to be here, and that's at what, 3, 0? Sorry, just kidding. That's at 0, 3, Miss Harris. The other one, 2 in the other direction, is going to be over here at 4, 3. My axis of symmetry is the guy that's going to cut our parabola in half, which is at, x equals 2. I'm getting all this combobulated. So I've got 3 good points. I'm going to go ahead and connect those dots to make our pretty parabola. All right, our final one. I really encourage you to stop your video, see if you can do this until you try, and come back when you think you have it, see how you did. All right, welcome back if you actually stop that video. The first thing I'm going to do is, well, I see it's y squared, so I know we're horizontal. I see my p-value is positive, which tells me we're going to open to the right. But I also see that p-value is attached to the square guy. I want to move it over there, so I'm going to multiply everything by that denominator, which is 10. So that would give me y plus 2 squared. The 10 is going to go in front of x minus 3. Now it's easy for me to tell my vertex is at 3, -2. My focus, I've got to find my focal width first. So 4p is equal to 10. We can only get rid of so many fractions, right? So we're going to divide by 4, and p is going to be 5/2, which means since we're opening to the right, from my vertex, which is at 3, -2, I'm going to go half of 5, or 5/2. 5/2 to the right, which is 2.5. So 1, 2, and a half would be right about here. And so my focus is going to be at 5.5, -2. And then I'm going to go 1, 2.5 in the other direction for my directrix, which means my directrix is at x is equal to 0.5. Now for my lattice rectum, my focal width is 10, so I'm going to go 5 up from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And go 5 down from that focus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what are those points? We're at 5.5, and then 3. Oops. And then the other one down here is at 5.5 again, but down at -7. I can connect those points, and then the line that is going to dissect this parabola in half would be at y equals -2. All right, in our last video, we're going to rewrite some equations. So if you look at them, we've got some equations there. They're not in standard form. We need to put them in standard form so that we can graph them.